All right, next, let's ask out Donald Overfelt. Donald is from the National Archives. Donald, you're here in D.C., so you were able to bike over, whatever, keep it mellow, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. The video that we've got from the National Archives, it sort of shows how we combine lots of things to make a difference, right? We could sort of say you've seen the light, right?
Right, yeah, we did lots of different projects to save water. We've done some projects to, you know, for PV on the roof. So yeah, it's a myriad of projects to make a difference.
Let's take a look.
Hello, my name is Mark Sprouse. I'm the Director of Facilities Management here at the National Archives and Records Administration. I wanted to share with you today some of the innovative steps that we're taking to reduce our energy consumption and our greenhouse gas emissions. We're very excited about these innovations because it has resulted in us reducing our energy consumption by 28% and our water consumption by 14%. That's approximately 7,500 metric tons of avoided carbon emissions. Some of our innovations are, we replaced all the old air handler pneumatic controls with new direct digital controls, allowing for much quicker reaction time for the air handlers and greatly reducing our overcooling and overheating. We've installed occupancy sensors throughout the building, and all 4-bulb fixtures were replaced with 2-bulb fixtures, yet giving the same amount of light. All of our bathroom fixtures were replaced with 1.6 gallons per flush fixtures, and low-flow aerators were installed on all faucets and showers. The cooling tower chemical treatment system was upgraded and completely automated, resulting in a much less chemical usage, significantly less blowdown water loss, and greater heat transfer efficiency. We replaced the deionized water system with a much more efficient system, resulting in significantly less water usage. And here's one we are particularly proud of. We installed a 6,000-gallon storage tank to collect rainwater runoff and air handler condensate drain for our on-site irrigation.
All right, well. So a lot going on at the National Archives. What's the one that you think is the most innovative or significant in terms of energy savings?
The one that I like, which I don't think people that work at the building know about, and we're going to try to get more advertisement out of that, is the rain catcher. We irrigate, we water the flowers, we water all the grass. During the summer months this year, everybody knows it was relatively dry.
It was terrible.
We kept our place looking very nice, and it didn't use any domestic water at all. Even when it's not raining, since we have so many air handlers and we generate so much condensate off those air handlers, we capture all of that, and that's enough to water the grass when we need to water it.
Laura, this seems to be in your bailiwick, looking across the landscape here.
I feel like I know the guts of the building of the archives now a lot better, and I think there was something for everyone. I look at that and say, how do you connect all of that together? Because at the end of the day, when buildings become smarter, we have products that connect it all together, then out to the utilities so that you can have a demand response event. At the end of the day, when you have distributed generation, you'll have buildings and even individuals in their homes giving power back to the grid. So how do you connect those together so you have visibility in a portal to see how they all interact?
Well, all of the energy saving things are connected to our central data Siemens system. And so it goes back to a computer that generates all kinds of graphs and data. So, and we have people that look at it every day to monitor it, and we're trying to squeeze, you know, that last little bit out of every system that we have.
Question from Gladys here. Thanks, Gladys. How did the archives get the funding for this project?
Well, the solar panels were ESPC. The cogen, I believe, is capital, so it's a mix. And so our director, the man on the video there, Mr. Sprouse, he's pretty adept at selling some of these products and getting the money that we need in our budget.
Often takes that, probably, doesn't it, folks? You need somebody who's going to really spearhead this thing and make noise and pull it together.
You always need a strong voice, and you also need a person that's innovative on the funding side. What I really enjoyed is, because the building's so fully integrated, was your rain capture. We've been encouraging not only the rain capture for purposes of using it for lawns, but actually, because you can do it in your homes. In our area, in the area that I still living for the most part in Seattle. We have rain barrels that capture rain and we use it for lawns. But the other thing that we did in the county's buildings, I used to be the elected head of King County, we ran the pipe back up from our storage facilities and used it to flush toilets, so that we basically captured it all year long and then used it for non-potable sources and got a real benefit that way. And the reason why that's so important is that in an age of global warming, we have said the one thing that is not discussed very often is the need to capture water and use it smartly, because the seasons will vary now. So that our assumptions are that you're always going to have seasonal capacities, and those are changing all over the United States. So the ability to have reservoir systems and to be able to reuse it is a really smart way to go. So I want to applaud you for adding that element to your efficiencies.
Mayor Becker, what did you think of the video? What struck you?
Well, it's great. I mean, obviously, a long time effort, pulling a lot of different kind of products together, working within a building to achieve. I'm wondering what your percentages of savings. Have you been able to calculate what it would be without all the improvements you've made?
Well, just what the video said there, we've knocked our energy consumption down 28%, and which is significant because we're a pretty energy-intensive building. So.
You know, I'm also wondering, just on another matter, I know one of the things that we've been doing where we have our main government campus for Salt Lake City is to have a district heating and cooling system and doing more and more by combining all of our energy resources in one place. Is that something that's done here in DC? You've got so many government buildings close together. You've obviously got the Smithsonian complex right next to you there.
Not that I know of, I'm sorry.
Something to work on.
Yeah.
Sean?
Yeah, so really just a question. First of all, congratulations on getting this all done. Again, I'm new to the federal government where I'm still figuring out how you get an IT project approved where it takes longer than it would take to actually build the technology. And so...
I think you just determined our sequel here.
So I look and say, wow, you've been working on this for years. You were going green before green was cool. Any lessons learned on how you sold it internally, besides having the strong champion, that other folks can take away?
I know what we're planning on doing is more advertising, and because we have done a lot and we have spent a lot of money, but a lot of people don't know about it. So we are right now in the planning stages of putting some monitors down in the lobby so we can show that the PV is making this much, the cogeneration is making this much, maybe even show some savings because we're going to be using like the waste heat off the cogeneration to heat water for the building. So I think that's our next step really, is to advertise and get it out there so people understand what we're doing.
Donald Overfelt, National Archives, thanks very much.
Thank you.